You know, I'm so thankful that God will allow us to reap from a field we have not sown. You know, there was a time when everything was wrong in my life and I looked for a place and I couldn't find a place, but there was one place, and the only way to heaven is to reap from a field that I hadn't sown, and there was a patch of ground called Golgotha, the place of a skull. It was a hard place. It was a dark place. It was a deserted place. It was a miserable place. It was a deadly place. But look, it didn't look like a vineyard. It looked like death. It was cruel. It was cold. But God planted a seed there on Golgotha, a beautiful vineyard that would spring up 3 days later. And the Lord of that beautiful vineyard calls all who will turn from their own labor to come into His vineyard and rest. When you think about that for a moment, Jesus walking up the hill of Golgotha, where they would plant a wooden cross, where He would hang and cruelly die, where His blood would run down. 3 days later, He would arise, showing us that there is life after death. Though we've ruined our garden, though we've ruined our vineyard, though we've ruined our life, if we come to the place where we understand it's ruined, that's the only way. If we're still playing over here, I think there's so many people who come and they'll say a prayer as a fire escape, that life will change and they'll feel like they did something. They didn't do anything. They weren't looking for a way. They weren't looking for God. They were looking for a way out. Listen, I want to tell you something. When you come to the end of yourself and you realize that your fruitful vineyard is strangling you to death, you have no choice but to try to reap from somebody else's field that you didn't sow. And Jesus sowed a field that everyone has access to through the blood of Christ.